Hi friends, Christy here over at Crafty Christy's Creations, and today I'm going to teach you how to make your own DIY Thanksgiving napkin rings. And you can see they fit on the napkins very nicely, and then they just come right off. So this is a combination of paper and then the word I've written out in vinyl. So let's jump on into Silhouette Studio and I'll show you how we can make these. Here we are in Silhouette Studio. We'll go ahead and start by grabbing the rectangle tool. And we're going to draw out a rectangle, and then we can change the size up here, and this needs to be 6 inches wide and 1.5 inches tall. And I'm just going to go ahead and give this a fill color. We'll just make it brown to make it consistent with what we've been doing. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and grab the line tool, and we're going to draw some slits on our piece here. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to hit V on my keyboard. I'm going to take this up here. You can see I've got my rulers turned on, and I'm going to move it right there. We're going to zoom in some more. And I am going to use these rulers to help me place my lines where I need them. So again, grabbing that line segment tool, we're going to draw a straight line. I'm going to hold down the shift key to draw a line. And I want that line to be 0.75. So I'm going to come over here, 0.75 inches tall. And I'm going to make that line white so that I can see it, and we have to give it a little bit of a line width here so that we can so that it's seeable. So then I'm going to hold down Alt or Option on a Mac, click on that line, and I'm going to drag another one over here. And then I want to make sure I'm 1/4 inch from this side. So I'm just going to grab everything, and I'm going to get this side lined up. I'll put it on the 6th there. And then I need this line. We'll grab our little white line. And then I'm going to bring that over to the 1/4 inch mark right there. Okay. That looks good. So that is the base of our ring. And then what I can do is with this, select both of these, and then I'm going to align them to the top. And then I can grab this one, and I'm going to align these to the bottom. Now let's make sure. We might have to zoom in some more here to make sure these are lined up where they need to be. Might just have to. And now we might have moved a little bit. The other thing you can do to make this easier, sometimes I like to come in and just draw another rectangle. And we can make this one with 0.25. And then we can give this a different fill color so it'll stand out. And then what you can do is line this one up here on the edge. You can zoom in some more. And then we can take both of these, and then we can align them to the left and to the top. And then we can take our other little line here, and then I can just line that right next to it. And we want to make sure right there. And then I can drag this one over here. And if I line that up pretty well, just eyeballing it, that looks good. So even if I just come down here and just kind of look, that looks pretty good right there. Okay. So we've got that done. I can delete that. I don't need that anymore. And then I'm just going to group this together so that those don't go away. So you can left click and group. All right, so that is the base. And then we can go ahead and make another shape. You know, they've got these fun shapes here that you can use if you would like. And I will, I'm just going to pull in the shape that I use. You know what, I'll show you how to do one. We'll use this shape. Be something a little bit different. And then, so now you've made the shape. And then if you give it a fill color, paint that yellow. And then with these, you need to make them a convert to path. And now it's a shape. And I want this to be, let's lock the ratio aspect on this one. And I want this one to be 2 inches tall. And then you can just kind of decide how you want this one to sit. If you need to rotate it here a little bit. I think I like that better. And then I can grab both of these and I can center them. Okay. And then grab your text tool and you can write whatever you want. I'm going to do thankful. Oops. And then grab the text. Up top here, you can grab whatever font you want to use. I'm going to try this Delaney font. And then let's give it a fill color. Fill mine with this nice green. And then remember with your text, you do want to go ahead, you can right click and you want to weld it. And that makes all the letters go together. And then from here, I'm holding down Shift and Alt or Option on a Mac, so that way I can shrink from all directions at the same time. And that will get it to fit into your shape. You want to make sure you have a good little border around there. You can make it a little bit bigger if you want. And then I would just grab both of these and again hit center so that it gets where you need it. It's very close to that edge there. I'm going to nudge it left a little bit. I think that looks good there. And then there you have it. So then when you go to cut it, you'll go ahead and cut this. I recommend either doing a printing cut or cutting this out of vinyl. And then you can cut this shape out of paper. And then you can cut this one, and you're going to want to cut these white lines as well. That's going to be your slits. It will fold over on those. And then you can put your design right here in the middle on the front. And that is how you can design a Thanksgiving napkin ring. All right, so let's go ahead and put these together. I've got all my materials sitting here. And then, so here's my brown piece. We've got the slits cut out. I've got the slit up here, and then I've got another slit down here. And then those will just fold and they go together, and you just want to push them as far as they'll go. And then you want to just kind of fold those down so that it lays flat. And that is going to be your ring. So we can go ahead and you can either just go ahead and put this on your napkin and then finish assembling it, or we can assemble first and then put it on there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this back apart. And then I've got my little banner piece and then my word. This I cut out of vinyl. So let's go ahead and take our word and we'll put it on our little banner. So I'm just using this, it's kind of like a Scotch tape type of transfer tape. And I want to use something pretty low tack because we're applying it to paper. I don't want it to ruin my paper or pull it up or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and just transfer this. I'll peel it off. I like to peel the backing off of the transfer so that everything sticks to the transfer. And then to get this all lined up, and this one's got the little holes on here to make it like a faux stitch. So I just want to kind of eyeball where those are, and I want to try to center that with my design here. And I think that looks pretty good there. I'm going to go ahead and just press that down. And then I'll just carefully peel off this transfer tape. And then there is my tag. And that looks pretty nice. And then I'm going to pop this up with some foam dots. I've just got a couple. I'm just going to use 2. So one up here. You want, you know, when you look at how these fit on here, it will be centered, and you know, some of this top piece and the bottom will hang off. So you just want to be mindful of where you're placing your little foam pieces, so that way they're actually going to stick. And then they're not actually just like hanging off of your page. All right. And then I'm just going to try to center this to the center of my rectangle here. And then center left and right, and then also up and down. When you think you've got good placement, go ahead and just press that down. And now that is all put together. And I'll show you how real quick to make your napkins look like this. So this is just a regular cloth napkin. You're going to go ahead and fold it in half and just press it out. I'm going to tuck in my tag, and then we're going to fold it in half the other direction to make it a nice square. And then you've got your side here that has all the openings. We're going to roll this side halfway to this, and then we'll roll this one in halfway. So you just want to take your corners and roll, and you want to make sure you don't have any creases. So you need to roll tight, but not too tight that you end up with creases. And just kind of work those out. And then I'm going to take this side and start rolling over here. And try to get that pretty centered. So now this rolled part here will be the back of my napkin. So then when you fold it this direction, this will be the front. And those are not rolled evenly. So then I find it easiest to just take this, place it where I want on the front, flip it over to the back, and then you can just take these little spots and clip them together. And then you have a beautiful napkins ready for your Thanksgiving table. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, click like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Silhouette Studio tutorials. Until next time, with love, Crafty Christy.